Hello and welcome. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, thank you for joining me. As per usual, if you want to follow our podcast, you can find it in the usual places on YouTube and Spotify. Subscribe to our newsletters. And today, I want to ask you a question. What if everything you've thought about hiring is wrong? The best people, the top talent that everybody says that they want, they're not available. They're well paid. They're building and they're skeptical of the noise from VCs, investors, and founders. The next rocket ship. It's been done to death. So people are very conscious and skeptical rather than curious. Speed can feel seductive, but you want to be turning the lens around and putting the narrative into their lives, the people that you truly want to attract, to make it such that they're not buying into your mission. Their involvement in your mission is part of their career defining strategy. You want to make sure that you're raising the bar of talent, what it means, pushing forward. Hiring from your network is lazy. It's not a network problem. It's just the fact that you don't want to be challenged. The mission of what you're building isn't enough. They've heard it all before and they've seen it go wrong. You need to really inhibit their mind, get into their world to understand what makes them anxious to be involved. How are they going to fulfill their ambitions and dreams? Why does it feel like they cannot avoid this? What version of them can only exist inside your organization? So you really want to turn that lens around and reframe things. People aren't going to move for ping pong tables, LinkedIn posts, and some compensation and equity and a vague promise. They want to know that they're going to be trusted, how they're going to create value for themselves, push their own narrative and objectives forward. So you really want to get into their desire, speak to their identity, not just a job. Show them what they can become. Disrupt how they think, operate, and perform. Reveal the contradictions in their current environment. Make them feel uncomfortable and agitate for that move. The right candidate should feel uncomfortable to the hiring team, that you're pushing boundaries, that you're challenging your own thoughts around it. At the end of the day, it's not ego. It's not about you. It's about getting the people in that can drive the business better than you can. Design the process, the attraction process, to make it so that they feel truly embraced by it. That it's something that they can't get out of their heads, that they can't ignore. Because You can't convince someone to join. They must want to leave what they're doing in order to do that, to join your organization. That means that they need to feel that there is something with you that they can't get anywhere else. By understanding individuals and setting that bar ever higher, you're going to challenge the status quo. Hiring for culture fit is hiring for comfort. So you want to get someone that makes you feel uncomfortable because they are going to break things and push you out of your comfort zone. So ask yourself the question, would I feel comfortable with this individual if they broke people, process, and technology? It's not just, can I sit down and have a beer and enjoy being with this person? It's not a crash. It's not your mates down the pub. This is a business decision. People drive organizations, even in a world of automation and AI. The people are still driving the business ever further forward. So take away that vanity. Start to leave your ego behind and really be thinking, why would someone join our business? What can I offer them that no one else can? I come across founders, CEOs that I've built businesses and sold it. I've built great teams before. I know what is right. My gut feel is all I need. But we all have those blind spots. And when you're in that echo chamber, one of the biggest challenges is seeing those blind spots. We talk about groupthink, tribe mentality, that peer instinct. But what is going to disrupt and push your business to the next level? We want to really challenge us to go further, keep setting new standards, which means pushing out of your comfort zone, having the right challenge to move forward and do things differently. The best people are not responding to job adverts. They're not sitting there scrolling LinkedIn or other portals looking for their next challenge. They're building. They're focused. They're obsessed with what they're doing. And to get the best people in your organization, you need to be obsessed with attracting them. Making sure that you are speaking to their personal narrative. Where are they in their lives? What can be done to help challenge and push them beyond? How are they going to grow? How are they going to create wealth? Both for you and for them. So you've got to think to yourself, would your current process impress the person you wish would apply? What would you change? What is helping you stand out from the noise and grab their attention so they can't let go? Can you make them brilliant and dangerous? Or is it more just an ego play for you? Someone that you enjoy working with and can have a beer at the end of the day? It's all well and nice. But is that fundamentally going to change your organization, push it to new heights and challenge? Standing out in the modern world is difficult, but it's not just about more branding, more LinkedIn posts. It's about truly getting to the crux of their why and how it aligns with what they're going to do with you. It's often said, hire great people and get out of the way. It's a great phrase, but most people don't challenge themselves in that way. They don't feel the discomfort of saying, I don't know why this person would join me. If you're not uncomfortable in that, you're hiring for comfort, which is hiring for mediocrity. In an employer's market, when there could be a lot of people around, those vanity metrics of number of applications, the company that they've worked at before could sound great. But at the end of the day, is that going to move the needle? Is that going to challenge your teams, your people to get better, to drive forward? This is the question I have for you. Can your business become the next chapter in their story? So when you think about this, how are you setting the bar for talent? What does great look like? Are you willing to let them come in and break everything you've built because they know better? Do you feel comfortable or uncomfortable when talking to these individuals? Are they agitating for the move? Are you giving them something that they cannot get where they already are? Make sure you're putting it in their perspective, because it's the only way to get generational talent. These people are ferocious, they're obsessed, and they're blind to the noise, the marketing. Sometimes you've got to slow down to really engage them, because getting the wrong people in, getting in mediocrity can cost millions in growth, in lost opportunity. Not immediately, but quietly, silently, over time, almost to the point where you only see it when it's too late. And that's a challenge for business leaders, for founders, for CEOs, for investors. Are you doing what makes you uncomfortable? Are you seeking growth and challenge? Or are you comfortable in the way you've always done it? Drop some comments below if you've got any thoughts on this. Thank you.